This is my dad's boat. Current state, I guess the starting point for everything. It's probably been sitting a couple of years while the carpet's deteriorating from the sun. Bird has been pecking at it, already tore out some of the seats here. Moss growing in it. I think it's a 2009 or 2010, 18 foot. Sun and the rains just destroyed it. And the glue's even basically gone from most of the stuff in the back. 60 Merc on the back. Brand new tires just to get it here. Needs a new spare. Skipped a bunch here, but got all the deck, all the carpet out, most of the glue. Now, this is probably not the easiest way to do it, but I'm doing it. If you have any comments, suggestions for an easier way to get this stuff out, let me know. Most of the time, while I was doing this, I was starting to think of better ways to do it, but try switching hammers to see if more curved. Um, that hammer didn't work out; it was too curved, so I went back to the straight. What do you call that part? Cleat. Said not to use the drill too much. I don't want to burn it up, but sometimes it helps out a lot. I had no idea what was underneath the long aluminum sheet that was in the middle. I didn't know if it was full of foam or if it had. I knew there was no rivets holding that piece down, obviously, because it moves. But I mean, I didn't know what was underneath it, and I don't know how much foam was in there. So I tunneled into it with the drill a couple times. A little sidetracked here. Took out I think it's the navigation light. Cut the wires just to pull it all back, get it out of the way. Now I'm brainstorming again, trying to find a better way of doing this, but just thinking about all the tools I had, nothing really seemed like a good idea except for using this drill bit to poke a bunch of holes in it. But I didn't want to go too deep because that Diablo drill bit is pretty crazy, so it'd probably mess up a bunch of stuff if it hit it. I guess it helped a little bit get the big chunks out, but not too much. That heavy duty scraper from Harbor Freight. It's pretty dang good. him trying to figure out a way of getting that thing out of there without having to take out more rivets. But kind of seems like either bending it, getting it through that hole in the back of that wall, or taking out that center joist or whatever you want to call it to bring it out the top was pretty much the only option. And I didn't want to bend it because I don't want to put this back in there because I think the whole layout was not where the whole area was not used well. The rod tubes that were coming through on the left. So if you're looking forward from the center of the boat on the left side of that centerpiece, those holes had plastic rod tubes going through them, and you could still use those. But I mean, if you had big spinning rods, you couldn't get them in there. And then there was a couple rods coming up the middle through this like aluminum trough, and the seat post from the center of the deck would come down and cut into the one of the rod tubes, so you couldn't even use that one. So yeah, I'm still thinking of ideas on how to set this front area up. I would like to have a rod locker. This is an experiment to see how far down the foam went. It goes all the way down. So just gonna keep hacking at it. At that point, I figured out that the foam that they poured in the front just leaked into the back. So it's like an ongoing, one giant connected piece of foam from the front, at least past that wall into the part that I'm kneeling down on. Got the center string wrap. Bigger drill bit, clean that hole up. And then I pulled it out and it revealed all the foam that was left. And this foam was pretty pristine. There's nothing really wrong with the foam up top. It's pretty sturdy. Once I started digging down, got to some foam that was still holding water. And this boat had been in the water in probably like 6 years. I pulled out some heavy pieces. That one was soaked in water. None of it's really moldy. It's just holding water. And started hitting some structures, so I'll start carving it out with the Harbor Freight scraper. I need to get some Harbor Freight drills so I can just destroy all of it without having to use scrapers and wire brushes and hammers. I don't want to burn up the DeWalt drill. It was the end of the day. On it quits. Started back the next day, but I lost the recording, so I got her cleaned up a little bit. I'm here brainstorming, trying to figure out an easier way of doing this. I grabbed a steel wire brush. It's pretty tedious, but it's satisfying. These videos are sped up. 6 hours of work just to get to where I'm at the end of this video, just in the foam. I mean, the tear out of all the carpet and deck and all the glue from the carpet took way longer. It's probably like 4 or 5 days worth of work just to get that stuff out by myself. And no experience, just doing this for the first time, just learning as I go. But yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna keep working on this thing. Hopefully, get it done for my dad's retirement. We have plenty of time, but it's a learning experience. We'll learn as we go. If you have any ideas for easier way to get this foam out, let me know.